everyone, it's Derin here. Welcome back to my channel, or if you're a new viewer, welcome to my channel. As you can see by the title, today's video is going to be my first year university experience. This video has literally been so requested from you guys all over my social media accounts, and so considering that I finished next week, I thought that there was no better time to film this and let you guys know truthfully and honestly how I feel about my first year at university. As a lot of you guys know, if you're subscribed to my channel, I go to university in London. I go to UAL, London College of Fashion, and I do fashion public relations and communication. So this uni experience is kind of tailored towards someone in London. I'm not going to go too much about my experience at London College of Fashion because I'm actually planning to do a whole video on that with my friend Monet, who's also a YouTuber. I'll have her channel linked down below. She is just so amazing. But yeah, this is just going to be like my general uni experience. I'm going to try and touch on as much as possible, from freshers to housing, like friendships, all of that. This video is probably going to be quite juicy, so get a cup of tea, sit down. I'm not going to try and make it too long simply because like I want to try and cover as much as possible. But yeah, that is essentially what I'm going to be talking to you guys about today. If you're looking forward to that, make sure to hit the thumbs up button, and without further ado, let's just go ahead and jump straight into the video. Am I in focus? Oh my god, I don't know if I was in focus. Now I'm gonna have to watch that all back. Okay, so I'm gonna start off with my general university experience. I can honestly say I feel like I've had like the most amazing first year. It sounds really weird saying it, but I've honestly just had such an amazing first year. I can't really say I wish that I did anything different or that I have any regrets, because I feel like I accomplished a lot. I had lots of fun. I got to travel a lot, and like obviously I got to do loads of different fun things with YouTube. So my year in general was just like really amazing. But then when you actually look into it, I don't know if that's like because of university. So one thing that I'm going to put out there like from the very beginning of this video is something that I mentioned in my What University in London is Really Like video that I'll have linked down below, and that is that when you go to university in London, in my personal opinion, how it's been for me is that like you don't really feel like you're in university. You just feel like an adult who like lives their own life, and then in addition just like goes to some university classes. That's how my uni experience in London has been like, and I personally like that because I do a lot of things in my own life. I obviously do my YouTube, I do some internships, so for me that really works well. In terms of the course itself though, like I said, I will do a more in-depth video with Monet. I really like UAL, London College of Fashion. If I'm being completely honest with you guys, I thought that fashion school would be so much more like intimidating and like serious than it is. So I'm really happy that it isn't, because it's honestly such an amazing place. I've met such genuine people. It's so creative. You're so free to do whatever you want, which is so lovely, because I think that's how things should be. And because I like went from like an all girls like grammar school, sixth form, like really serious school, for me to be able to come to a place where like you're just free to do whatever you want, wear whatever you want, speak about what you're passionate about, is something that I really loved and felt allowed me to grow as an individual. And speaking of that, I just feel like my whole university experience in London has really allowed me to grow as an individual. I say this to all of my friends and family, but I have matured so much since going to university in London. It's actually insane. Like even the way that I think, the things that I do, it's all changed for the better, and that's something I'm so grateful for, because like I said, it's that independence and the fact that you just feel like an adult whilst you're in London, as opposed to like when I visit my friends in like Warwick or Nottingham and they're acting like how 18-year-olds should, which is completely fine. Like there's nothing wrong with that. I like to do that as well, but when I'm with them, there's definitely like a lot less seriousness going on. Whereas when I'm in London, I always see things that inspire me and motivate me, so I'm always just very serious here. So that has worked out for the better in terms of like the amount of internships and work experience that I've been able to do, and like how I've been able to balance so much in my life, which something I'm really grateful for. But at the same time, I feel like I did miss out on like that social aspect, in a sense that I haven't lived that like university experience that you see in the movies, but I know that my friends are living, so it's just weird. I don't know if I'm articulating myself that well because I've had like so much coffee, but long story short, what I'm trying to say is that I really liked coming to university in London. I'm already from London anyways, but I really liked it, as I feel like it allowed me to mature and to grow as a person. However, I do feel like it's a completely different experience from other universities. So if you're looking to like live the university life that you see in like movies and stuff, I don't think you get that in London at all, if I'm being completely honest. Next topic I'm going to talk about is halls. As you guys can probably tell by my room, I live in university halls. These halls are exclusive to UAL students, which I really like because if there's ever deadlines, like I can always find someone on my course here and we can do work together. I personally think halls is so amazing. Like if I was to recommend anything to anyone about university, it would genuinely be to live in university halls. It just makes you grow so much as a person. It definitely steps you out of your comfort zone, or I don't know if it will for you, but it definitely did for me. I was never used to like properly like cooking and cleaning. It sounds really bad, but I live like quite a sheltered life at home, so for me to like move to halls was definitely like such a big step for me, but it forced me to like grow up and like mature. And some situations I feel like you have to be forced in order to really like grow as a person. So yeah, I love halls. This place is amazing. You guys have seen my move-in vlog anyways. If you haven't, I'll have it linked down below. But you know how excited I was to move here and how much I love it here. And 1 year later, I still love it just as much. If I'm being completely honest, like I have had arguments with my flatmates. Like I'm just gonna put that out there. There was a point where I was genuinely going to move out because I didn't get on with my flatmates at all. I'm really lucky that my friend Amy, who you've seen in my vlogs, lives in my flat because us two like are really close and we became really close at the start. But yeah, there was a time like where we both just really didn't get on with our flatmates, and I mean things like that, you kind of just have to expect that things like that will happen. Obviously some people have been blessed with really good flats. I personally I mean like I don't, there's no shade, like if one of my flatmates is watching this, they'll know what I mean. Like we always like got into arguments, so it is what it is. You just have to learn how to deal with it. And like I said, because of things like that happening, I matured and like learned how to deal with situations like that, as opposed to if I lived in a private accommodation, which is what I was planning to do. I would just be by myself, and so I wouldn't really interact with different people like that. So yeah, halls is a very interesting place, but it's fun for the most part. There's obviously always flat parties and you just mix with so many people, and you can literally meet people like on your way downstairs, like in the lift. It's just such a great way to socialise and meet new people. So I loved halls this year. I'm so grateful and happy that I did move in. One thing that I did actually want to talk about is like loneliness. I obviously lived at home before coming here. I came straight from sixth form. I know that a lot of people here like did a gap year and like travelled and whatnot, but I came from like a very sheltered, like comfortable life at home, and then moved to like this halls with people from all over the country, and it was just like a real big shock to me. But one thing that I know that myself and quite a lot of people deal with and dealt with is loneliness, because in London it can get really lonely. It can get quite lonely, like regardless of where you are. I feel like university definitely has its ups and downs, and because I'm so independent here, I feel like I'm almost not putting on a front, but like I don't allow myself to like ever just like live a normal life. I just feel like because London forces you to be so independent and mature, it kind of like strips away that like, oh my god, this sounds so deep. I don't want to say like strips away that childhood, but like it strips away like that funness to an extent. Oh, I'm trying to make this video like as least off-putting as possible, but I'm also trying to be as honest as possible. Like I just feel like I've gotten really lonely because when I'm here, all I think about is like work and like uni and like meetings and stuff. I don't really think about like parties and like beer pong or whatever people get up to at university. So I do feel like I miss out sometimes when I watch my friends' Snapchat stories and I'm like, oh my god, that looks so much fun. And also like the fact that it's just not really that campus culture. I just feel a bit lonely sometimes. I definitely got a bit better with it though, because I just thought it was me, and then once I started talking with other people, I realised that we're all going through it. So now we all kind of just come together, which is really nice, and we like talk about our problems. So yeah, like everything has its ups and downs. Halls has literally been so fun though, and I'm so grateful that I'm here. I just wanted to give you guys that little insight that like whilst everything may seem jolly, like with everything there are always low points, and I have experienced that at uni, but I'm really grateful that I've had such an amazing support network, and like we all just go through it. So yeah, deep. Oh. Next thing I'm going to talk about is friendships and like my social life. This is something that is really interesting actually, because I've pretty much everyone that I've become friends with have all said like, oh my gosh, never actually thought we'd be friends, because you like never made an effort to make friends with anyone. You just kind of came to uni, left uni, like you didn't really bother. And it's really bad. Like when I reflect on it, I'm like, you know what, Derin, that's really poor from you. Like I said, because I'm from London, my whole life is already here. So when I came to university, I was just like, if I make friends, I make friends. If I don't, I have my friends at home. I just had this really bad attitude, I feel like, because I knew that like my life was already fine as it was. I didn't make an effort to really integrate with other people, which again, like I said, I admit is really bad. I've only formed friendships, like genuine friendships with people, like this year in 2018, and like that's like in like February, March time. I had friends, but like I was never really deep with people. Like I was really good friends with this one girl, and we're still friends, but like that was it. I just find one person and just stick with them. So I wouldn't recommend that. Try and integrate as much as possible, even if you know you already have friends, or like you know that like life's already good as it is. Still make an effort to integrate with people, because there are honestly so many amazing people at university, and you don't want to waste an opportunity of building such great friendships just because you're comfortable as you are. And also it just reflects badly on you, I feel, if you just kind of have that attitude, because it can like give people the wrong impression. And like it definitely gave people the wrong impression with me, and then once they actually become friends with me, they're like, oh my gosh, I had no idea like how nice and genuine you are, because like I put on that persona, I guess, where I just couldn't be bothered to like mix with people. So yeah, in terms of that, I would say that I'm glad that I finally did just come out of my comfort zone and like let go of that wall that I had, because that's the only way for you to build like proper friendships. And so I would say that I've left uni with a lot of friendships. I haven't left with a group, because I just don't do groups. I prefer to make individual friendships with people. I just feel like groups are such like it's just so stressful. So I have left uni with a lot of friends. I'm really happy that I've met them. I haven't left with a group, and I definitely haven't left with like enemies either. And then the final thing that I guess I want to talk about is like the social aspects, in terms of like not university, just more like London and opportunities. I love how diverse London is, and how like there's literally something going on every single night. I'm quite spontaneous when it comes to nights out. I have to be in the mood that day to go out, so it's really cool how in London you can like literally just walk. Like I was on Shoreditch High Street a couple of days ago with Miriam, and we saw like loads of people outside a store, and we were like, oh, what's going on? And it turns out it was a Carhartt event, which was like really cool. Had free drinks, really good live music, and like things like that is like what ticks the boxes for me, because it's just like you never know what you're going to do that night, as opposed to like if you're at campus uni and like you only have like your one student night like once a week. Like I couldn't deal with that. So I really like it in that sense. And obviously there's so many different clubs, different events going on all the time, so you can definitely find something that's tailored towards you. And then obviously in terms of the opportunities, you're in the capital city, so there are so many opportunities. Things that you get like not even from like applying online, things just happen so randomly and so spontaneously, simply because of the fact that you're in London and you're in that location where you can easily just be picked up to do stuff, or like be scouted by a modelling agency or do an advert. It's just amazing. So yeah, I just love London. I'm so happy that I'm here. I'm so grateful that I've had such an amazing first year. It's just been blissful, I can't even lie. I've done a lot, I've travelled a lot, I've met so many new people, so it's a thumbs up from me. I'd give my overall experience like a 9 out of 10. The only like reason why I wouldn't give it a 10 out of 10 is obviously because like with anything there's ups and downs. So like obviously with my flatmate issue, like the loneliness issue, just small things like that. But generally it's just amazing, and if you're considering going to London, I would 100% recommend it. Just make sure that you're taking into consideration all of the things that I've said about like the independence, the maturity, the uni experience. It's completely different, but if that works for you, then amazing, because it worked for me, and I mean, I only have good things to say about it, so I think that speaks volume. But yeah, that is essentially my summary of my first year at university. I really hope this video was like clear and it made sense, because I've had so much coffee and I've only slept for like 3 hours, so I don't know if I'm actually articulating myself well. I guess I'll find out during editing. But yeah, if you have any comments down below, leave them. Oh, see, I'm not even making sense. If you have any comments, leave them down below and I will answer them. I always respond to my comments. And if you are a new viewer, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. You can obviously check out all of my university videos. They're just on my channel. I think I have a playlist on my channel now actually called like university. So if you guys want to see my moving in vlog, or like what university in London is like for me, I made a video about that a couple of weeks ago. You can check those out as well. And also I just want to say a massive thank you to all of your support throughout my time at university. It's honestly been so amazing. The response I've had here is overwhelming. You guys are just so amazing. I'm lost for words. So I'm really looking forward to second year. You guys will get a move-in vlog when I move into my apartment with Miriam, hopefully, and I'll give you guys like a little flat tour, apartment tour. So yeah, I'm really excited for that, and I can't wait to speak with you guys in my next video. I don't know what that will be, but if you have any video requests, let me know in the comments down below or DM me on my Instagram. Yeah, that is all for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye!